It's the activists. It's the people that are using the people to push their agendas. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody that's ever pushed any movement ever really spoke for me. I might agree with some of the things they're talking about, but they're not speaking for me. What's up, baby? Welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. I'm your host, Gary G. Garcia, along with my partner in misinformation, brother from another mother, Brian Licata. And we are here, baby. We're doing it again. I'm a little, you gotta excuse the sound of my voice. It hasn't woken up yet, but it will.
I just want to tell our viewers
this is a very early podcast for me, so I just woke up.
It is 6:23 p.m. on Sunday, August 14th. This episode will air tomorrow morning, and Gary will just be falling asleep again as it comes out.
Probably because I have the radio tomorrow at fucking 7 a.m.
Check it out. Shout out. Boom, boom.
Big up to JoJo and Scotty. Woo. All right, man. We're here.
Tell me how you doing, bro. What's going on?
Let's start with you. How's everything going with you, man?
Man, everything is.
You haven't moved yet, right? Have you started to move? Have you started to pack?
No. Tina actually has a consultation with the people from her new job sometime this week. So I'll get more details in the coming days. I think they might actually send people down here to pick everything up and ship it up. Not sure if they're going to pack it. I hope they pack it. If they pack it, yes, let's go. And then
you don't want them packing your shit. You want them packing your shit.
No, yeah, you're probably right. No, yeah, I don't
know. I use movers to come down here, and they want to break in two things.
Oh, really? What'd they break?
My smoking suckers with Logic frame, which is a hard frame. It's a weird size, so I have to fucking get it completely redone.
That's unfortunate.
And they broke my my island.
Gotcha. Let's see. The other thing is going on. I was in Pittsburgh for the weekend. Shout out Pittsburgh. I had a good time. Fun city. I was there doing some work for Tint World, so that was fun.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, but now we're back. I got in last night. Did some laundry and shit today. And now I'm feeling good. I got well rested. I slept from midnight to noon today.
So good for you.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling chipper.
Good for you. Everyone should get some sleep like you get sleep. I mean, I woke up at 6, but I fell asleep at 4. So that's 2 hours.
That's not,
you know what I'm saying? It's 2 hours. I'll get some more sleep tonight.
How did the show at the Comedy Cove go?
Big up to the Comedy Cove. It was a dope ass show. Big up to what's his name? You remember his name? Ron? Was that his name? I'm so terrible with names and I'm burnt out. But he was funny as fuck.
He was on the show with you last night?
Rubino, his name.
Oh, Rubino.
That's his last name.
Rubino.
Yeah, his last name is Rubino. His first name is got here somewhere. Here we go. I think it's
John. Vinny, Frankie, Ralph.
I got it. Fred Rubino.
Big
up to Fred Rubino. Very funny dude.
Uh-huh.
Very funny dude, man. I was very well impressed. It was a good show, man. I did like 30 minutes.
Nice.
He sold it out as people came out to see him.
Beautiful.
So big up to him. Thanks for having me on the stage. It was actually a pleasure sharing the stage with him. He was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I destroyed it. So
that's always good.
Yeah, I destroyed. They loved me. So it was fun. What could I say? It was fun.
You always gotta like when you destroy, cuz,
Yeah. It was cool. All new material. And it was fun.
Beautiful.
What could I say? Big up to Comedy Cove. Hopefully we do a lot of work together, but they're gonna have to bring up their prices. I will say that. I will say that's the problem with most of these comedy clubs, man. They think it's still 1990 and shit, and we're paying $500 a month for rent.
Gas is expensive.
That's the thing. Like if you're gonna book me, just remember that, if you're fucking far away, you're paying some of the cost of the travel before we could even start talking about fucking the price of me performing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta add that in.
The alternative is like they they kind of have the leverage because there's so many comedians, you know, but there's really not. I mean, how many good comedians, you know?
There's a lot of good comedians, but there's not too many G's.
Right. Well,
there's not too many of me. I could say that.
There's only one.
Anyone could say it, you know, but I could say it. And you know, I think I'm right. I think I bring something different to the table. I don't know. Probably not.
Boyish charm.
Whew, I'm waking up. I'm feeling it when my bones are starting to wake up. My back just woke up. I felt this stretch.
Yeah. How does it
without
feel?
me? Not good. I used to wake up every morning, right? And when I wake up before I got out of bed, I would like just stretch. Like I would just reach straight up and point my toes, and I would like just try like to stretch, right? And then one day I did that shit, and I was like, you just hurt yourself, right? That's what you get for thinking you're a young motherfucker. So I stretched one day, man, and I pulled straight up, and I just said, and I just got locked up, dude. I was there, stuck, just like I couldn't fucking move. The pain. I caught my first Charlie horse ever. I'd never stretched again.
See, man, I used to get Charlie horses all the time as a kid, and I would actually wake up from being asleep with like Charlie horses or like cramps and shit. It was the worst.
Dude, I woke up, I couldn't move. I felt like my foot was never gonna move. My toes were like pointing like this. It felt like it was never gonna move again. Like I just felt like, oh shit, that's it. I'm stuck. I'm gonna be stuck like this. It's a fucked up feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I woke up with not breathing that time. What's that called?
Sleep apnea?
Sleep paralysis.
Oh, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I had that once. That's a horrible experience.
Was it drug induced?
No, I was sleeping. I mean, who knows? Probably someone down the line, probably, but like I wasn't really high that night. I just passed out, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't breathe. It was like I felt like I woke up.
Could you not move also?
No, I sat straight up, and then that was it. Once I sat up,
sleep paralysis is when you can't move.
But I couldn't move from sitting up. Like I sprang up.
Okay.
And then once I sprung up, I couldn't move. I was just stuck. I was sitting there. I was trying to move to get to the water. I kept saying, get water. Because I felt like if I could get to the water, I'll be all right. Water is life. I couldn't get to the water. I was just stuck right there, man. I fell to the floor trying to like get to the water. Then I was on the floor like, I was trying to Jedi mind trick that shit to come to me. Didn't work.
Man,
very terrifying moment. Changed my life, actually. Helped me to live, you know, by the moment.
Really? Is that so?
Yeah, because I realized I made it home. And I made it to bed. And I made it to sleep. And I felt like I was going to die.
Right.
Ever get down. You know, I felt like I was going to die, dude. And I felt like first thing I thought was I had to wake up for this shit. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, man, I had to wake up for this shit.
To die, you mean?
To die, yeah. Like I couldn't have slept through this. You know, and then I used to talk about it when it first happened. I talked about it on stage. I was like, you know, afterwards, you know, a doctor's gonna come. He's gonna be like, oh, he died in his sleep. And I'm thinking, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was up for all of that shit.
Yeah, I think
I died in my bed. I didn't die in my sleep. How the fuck do you know I went? You know, they're gonna tell him, oh, don't worry, he went quietly in his sleep. No, I didn't. I was fucking trying to yell the whole time. I was fucking clutching my chest. I was seeing my light flash. You know, I didn't die in my sleep. I died in bed. There's a difference.
You died while sleeping. That's really
not even because I got up for that. Like I kept thinking in my head, why didn't I just sleep through this? Is this how it happens to people?
I think so, man. I think it does. I don't think there is such a thing as dying in your sleep. I think it's you don't wake up, you know, or you wake up and then you go to sleep permanently.
Yeah. So you're saying you think there's like a oh shit kind of moment for everybody?
100%, man.
100%. You think everybody's just like, oh shit? There's that moment of oh shit.
Yeah.
The moment of clarity. You think so?
Yeah, dude. And I was actually watching a
that's a horrible thought, dude.
I was actually watching a Rogan episode, and he had that Rick Strassman guy on. Do you know who that is?
I've heard the name.
He was the first person in the last like 20 or 30 years who got to do psilocybin research that was approved by the federal government. But he said that there's been a study, I think it was in 2019, that that every time someone dies, a ton of DMT is released in your brain. So as you're having that, you're going to see the space elves. You're going to another dimension. The colors? Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't mind then. Yeah, they say you use the most DMT when you're born, when you sleep, and when you die. That's when it releases the most and naturally.
What do you make of it? What do you think? You think there's anything to it? Do you ever look into the deeper meaning of psychedelics or anything like that?
Yeah, of course, man. I think it's definitely I personally think it's some sort of connection to God personally.
Mm-hmm.
Changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Changed my life. That dude, what's his name? The gentleman, he's a psychiatrist. What the hell is his name, man?
What does he do? I might know the guy's name.
He does like debates and shit like that now. He's always talking. The fuck is his name? Hold on. Damn, I can't believe his daughter also has a podcast.
His daughter?
Yeah, his daughter, blonde chick. She has a podcast too. Jordan Peterson.
Oh, Peterson. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson. He was saying how they were talking about quitting smoking and shit like that in the conversation. He talked about, mushrooms is a good way to quit smoking. That if you take mushrooms and you have a psychedelic experience, you can come out of it and completely quit smoking cigarettes. And that works better than a lot of the treatments that they give you to quit smoking cigarettes. I don't know. I've tripped on a lot of mushrooms. I still fucking smoke cigarettes. So
yeah, and while you're tripping also.
Oh yeah, it's like when you smoke cigarettes while you're tripping, dude. It has that little extra hit every now and then. He's like, yeah. Just when you think you're coming down, you're like, I'm done. Like 3 hours in, you're like, I'm done. Then you smoke a cigarette, and the whole fucking room opens up again. The wall falls down, and you're just in a world of fucking.
That's that little rush of adrenaline or pick me up from the nicotine.
I don't know what it does, but it works.
I always liked how the smoke off the cigarette, like not on the exhale, but when you're holding it and the little smoke would come off, and then that would dance. I can get lost like just looking like that.
Yeah. That's the best thing about doing mushrooms and shit. You can get lost staring at fucking a hair on your arm. I swear that you see it growing as you're talking.
Like textures on a wall, like some shit like that.
Oh yeah, man. I remember when I tripped with I forgot that chick's name when I was on the road with her. Damn, I can't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. And she was real cool too. I think it's Mandy. Man, I can't remember her name. But either way, we tripped while we were on the road. And there was a picture in the place we were staying. We were staying at a B&B. And I walk in the dining room and she's just like this close to it, staring at it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She goes, come here, look at this. And I come over and I just look at it. Next thing you know, we're there for like 45 minutes, not even saying a word, just staring at this fucking picture as like it looked like the waves were moving. It was crazy. But I love tripping.
Yeah. So that's what you think? You think it's like some sort of connection to God? Do you think it could be like a portal into the the other realm? You think that's like what heaven could be? Do you take any stock in that possibly?
I don't think that's what heaven can be. I think I got a glimpse of it a little bit. Very hard to explain.
Well, dude, I had a
easier to explain the feeling than to explain exactly what it was I saw.
Right.
The feeling I felt was complete acceptance, complete peace. Yeah, I would say it felt a lot like heaven. I didn't want to come back. When I took the DMT, halfway through the trip, I realized that this is just a moment and I'm going to go back. And I was like, I don't want to go back. And they were like, you got to go back. Damn. And I was like, I don't want to go back. And I kept hearing, you got to go back. You got to go back.
That's crazy, bro.
It's not your time yet. You got to go back.
Wow.
Yeah, I suffered the ego death.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a really weird thing too, man. I was listening again to this Rogan episode, and I was reminded of some of the experiences I had, and it's like it's so crazy that like you can go from being completely normal the way you've been your whole life, eat either a mushroom, a hit of acid, or maybe some mescaline, peyote, whatever the fuck.
Yep.
And everything is completely different.
That's what happened with me with DMT.
It's really weird.
Everything was different. I wanted everybody I knew to take it. So I started charging $50 a pop. You know, fuck it. You know,
I don't
but
think
like it's funny because me and Mark did it at the same time. Big up to my brother Mark the Rat.
Wow.
Me and him did it. We did it at the same time. You know, like we started researching it. We ordered it together and we got it and we tried it for the first time.
Together? Were you guys together?
Yeah. We probably tried it a couple of times the first time together. And it's funny because his experience, if you talk to him, we should have spoke about that when he was on the show.
Yeah.
Because he explains his experience as he was strapped to the front of a rocket and he just felt like he was like, and it was just propelling him. And he couldn't get off of it. And it was like, he kept hearing, "Are you ready? Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die?" And he was like, "No!" And he was fucking like with his back arched and shit. Me, I did that shit. I was just like, like I would just laugh and bug it out. And the funny shit is, he's like, "Oh, you did it wrong." I'm like, "Why I do it wrong?" Because I didn't feel like my whole fucking life was fucked up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because he fought it the whole way. The whole way he fought it. There were things he didn't want to know. Mm-hmm. Me, I just kind of take it and I laid back and I sunk into the bed and, you know, it was like, let go. I was just like,
oh. How long do you think this took place over? How long?
It lasted about 11 minutes in real time.
Okay. Felt like an eternity, I'm sure.
And in the time that I was in it, it felt like years had gone by, probably. I don't even know. I just saw so much in that short amount of time.
Right.
You know, in that short amount of time. And then I sucked on stage for like 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, because I was too woke. You know, and I don't mean woke like the liberal woke talk about being woke.
Like you saw some shit.
I'm talking like back in the day. Like if you watch the new Bill Burr. You saw the new Bill Burr special?
Yeah, Red Rocks.
Where he talked about, he blamed it on the black people, that white people using this word woke. He goes, some black person used it in a party one day in front of a white person. The white person, "Oh my God, I gotta say that." That's kind of like, you know, what it was like before woke became popular, when it just, you know, when woke meant you were sleeping and now you're awake to what's going on around you, you know, when it meant that. So yeah, man, I came out of that shit like, wow, that was fucking amazing. And he came out of it like that was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a thing of, you know, he was fighting for control. He was fighting the whole way. He admits it. Yeah. You know, he was fighting to not let it take him with it. I was just like, show me what you got to show me, man. If I'm a piece of shit, show me. I know I'm a piece of shit. Show me. In fact, it showed me the opposite. It showed me I wasn't as much of a piece of shit as I thought I was.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
For me, it was more a thing of, dude, you're not as bad as you think you are, you know? And it wasn't even like a thing of stand next to these people. Look how you rate next to these people. Look how much people you're better. It wasn't that. It was literally just a thing of accepting
who you are, right?
For all your shortcomings.
Yeah.
You know, and the realization of nobody's perfect and this is what you are, this, you know, and receiving it. So for me, it was, I mean, I did it like 14 times after that. You know, and then there came a point where I felt like I was done. You know, like I just got to a point where it was like, don't come back. It told Mark not to come back specifically. It said to him, don't come back till you're ready. And it told him all these things that he has to fix before he ever comes back.
Whoa.
Which I felt weird because I was like, damn, Mark's one of the best fucking human beings I know, yo. What the fuck goes on in your brain, dog?
Yeah, inward, man. Dude, I mean, it goes to show you, man, no matter how close you are with somebody, like, you know, we only see and we only let out what we want people to see, you know? It's the truth.
Joel said it the best, man. Well, we all have a face that we hide away forever and we take it out and show ourselves when no one else is around.
Yeah.
You know, the mask, baby. We all wear one. Some wear a bunch, you know. What are you gonna do? We're like What was that Game of Thrones when the dude kept taking off his face and it was different masks?
Oh yes, the man with no face, right?
Yeah,
Is that what it was
yeah.
called?
No face or no name or whatever. I don't
Um,
remember. You know they're coming out with the new one, right?
yeah, like some sort of like prequel or some shit, right?
It's about Snow. No, actually, it's supposed to be. I think if I'm correct, it's about Snow when he leaves at the end.
Huh.
You know where he goes after he leaves, because remember he goes on the other side of the wall with the Wildings.
The
The Wildings, is that what they call them?
wildlings,
Something like that.
wildling.
Wildlings. Yeah, I'll check it out. I guess after it's done.
My
I don't think I'm
my.
gonna get all caught up in it while it's going on. I don't know.
What was I
I'll
looking
check it
up?
out.
My internet wasn't working. What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
I don't know. It
I
doesn't.
think you were looking up something about what the dude with no face was called, or no name, no
Yeah.
face, or some shit. You know. But yeah, man. Fucking crazy, man.
The faceless man.
The faceless man. Yeah, I think the best character in that whole movie was the girl, the little girl. She was the best.
She was awesome.
Yeah, she was the best, man.
Yeah, great actress too, man. She crushed it. You know.
I think they all did. I think they were all pretty good.
Oh yeah. But back to what you were saying, I'll definitely watch that new show. Like for sure, I'll watch it.
Check it out. But I'll probably
Yeah.
check it out when there's a bunch of episodes because I can't get into this waiting no more. You know, I'm fucked up with that now.
I know Netflix kind of ruined it for us, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm thinking of dropping Netflix.
It's
Only because it's like $28 now.
I
man.
know, dude. It got really expensive.
Yeah, it's like I got Hulu, motherfucker. Go fuck yourself.
I
I
like
got
Hulu,
Hulu.
man. There's some good stuff on there.
It's a lot of good stuff on Hulu, and I got Voodoo.
What is
And all the
Voodoo?
other channels. There's like a million channels you could download to watch shit. It's all the same shit. You know, if you get enough of the channels, it's all the same shit. Netflix got some originals, but are they really that good? You know, everything now got to have like a little bit of the woke agenda in it. So it's like, you know, is there anything really good now? Not really. I was thinking about that the other day. Like every movie I watch has woke agenda, right? And you would think that you know, like you would think these motherfuckers are everywhere. You would think they're everywhere. I don't even deal with like, you know, I can go days without even meeting a person who's gay. I can go days, weeks. You know, it's not, you know, I don't come across ever, especially I've yet to come across a they or them or any of those. Did I say it right? I haven't come across any of those. I really haven't. I haven't come across anyone who's you know come at me for my llama joke or anything. And I've been doing it for like 3 weeks. You would think I came across somebody with the way they make it look, right?
I mean, dude, I you know, part of me thinks that, you know, I mean, obviously they're just doing it for the money, right? Because they think that's what sells. It's got to be it, right? Isn't that to be part of it with like the media and the movies and stuff
Well,
like
there's a
that?
lot.
Like it
There
can't be like
is a lot about money because if they get you as a child to transition, you're using their drugs for the rest of your life. That's what a lot of people don't realize is that you're on those drugs for the rest of your life.
damn, bro,
So
true.
for each person, you're looking at millions eventually just on the drugs. You know, if you get them at 12. I just finished watching this thing about how like feminism, like the new feminism movement, the new feminist movement, how it's like all a setup, how women got set up because they wanted to be able to tax them. You know what I'm saying? Like housewives weren't getting taxed. They had it good. They had it real good. I'm sorry, man. If I had the choice, I would have been a housewife. Fuck it. I didn't have the choice. If I had the choice, I would have done it. You have the choice. You're doing it. Look at that. You're doing it. You're a fucking housewife. Yeah, brother. Yeah, stick it to the man or the woman, whatever. Stick it to him. You know, and the funny thing is, they said when they started the whole movement, you know, they said they really had to make it where you know you have to attack a woman who stays at home because if you give them the choice, most women would choose to stay at home.
That's a bold statement, dog.
No, it's the truth. If you gave them the choice,
We gotta look at that. That's a bold.
Most women would stay at home.
That's a bold statement, dog.
I'm not saying it as a diss. I'm saying if you gave them the choice, they made it that the shit that we do, that your average man does, is something that you want to do. Your average man doesn't have a career. Your average man has a job. You know what I'm saying? Your average man doesn't have a career. He has a job, which means he wakes up every morning thinking, I don't fucking want to go to work. But then he looks to his right. He sees his lady. You know, he looks across the hall. He sees the bedroom with his kids, and he goes, I got to get up and I got to go to fucking work. Yeah. You know, this is before, you know, and don't get me wrong. There was a time when
children worked,
when feminism was needed.
Right.
There was a time when it was needed, you know what I'm saying? But that time is long come and gone. Like, you can't argue that you can't do whatever the fuck you want to do if you're a woman. If you want to do it, you can do it. There's really nobody stopping you. You just have to prove that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody stopping you.
Yeah, they get they get the prejudice though, definitely. You know, like
as what?
Like say with like interviews and stuff like that. Like especially if a woman's like pregnant or something, and they're trying to get a new job. No one's gonna.
Well, I mean, if a woman's pregnant, how are you going to hire a
woman
woman who's actually pregnant at that moment, knowing full well that right after you hire her, she's going to have to take off?
Correct. And you're going to have to pay for it. Yeah.
But then it all comes down to what's the more noble job? If you're a woman, what's more noble? Having a child, raising that child, and putting someone into the community that is somebody who's a good member of community and grows to help and do the same thing and push forward, or going out and being the CEO and working for the man and having him tax you and working every single day of your life to push further and become the head of some fucking company. When the truth of the matter is, you know, that's really what they argue about. They argue about the high jobs.
Right.
The high jobs. Ain't no women, you know, arguing to be fucking coal miners. Right? You don't see too many women going, we're not represented as coal miners. You know, there's a few construction workers, sure, but they're not trying to fight to knock down that door.
Right.
You know, so really when they talk about you know, we need more women in the workplace, most of the time they're talking about the high-end positions, right? The heads of CEOs and all that shit. Yeah, everybody wants those fucking jobs. I mean, I don't, but I'm just saying everybody wants those high-paying jobs.
Right.
But most people don't got those high-paying jobs. Your average person don't, and your average woman don't either. So your average woman is giving up the chance to stay home and take care of your family and fucking, you know, be something of value to your children and your husband, to go out and become a regular person like us, working for the man, having some fucking other dude. Now you have other people telling you what to do as well. Fuck out of here, man. If I didn't have to go, you know, they're not offering that. Why aren't they offering that? Why aren't feminists like, listen, guys, we got it from here. You guys stay home. You start taking care of the kids. We got it from here. I'll do it. You know, I'll do it.
I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, I was a Mr. Mom for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I took care of the kids, hustled still while I was doing it. You know,
you always got to be multiple streams of income, my friend. Always.
But now, especially, that's the thing. I think it was Rockefeller who pushed for that shit hard, you know, to try to get 2 family incomes, because then you could tax both families and then you could raise the prices.
Right.
And then when you raise the prices, now everyone needs to have a two fucking family working house. You know, it's a scam. They've been duped. You've been duped.
We've all been duped.
You know,
we've all been duped. Our society has been duped. Except us, the last bastion of freedom and free thought.
We are the warriors. Did you see that thing? Did you send me that? About how this dude wrote this fucking thing about the vaxxed and non-vaxxed, and how the non-vaxxed are the warriors. Did I send you that?
Sounds like something Mo would.
Oh, they took it down. Wow.
It sounds like something
they
Mo
took it down. But I will send you this.
Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was.
There you go. Hold on. Here you go. Here's a woman. Someone sent me a shit about it. Just so happened that popped up. I just sent it to you on Instagram. There's a woman fucking kicking what I kick, which I've been kicking this for a while, but now more people are starting to realize it, man. You know. Gotta hit that volume. Check it out.
Is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity. Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs and couldn't be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't? Modern feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with our natural loving instincts, and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating men. Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry...
Is that I've been saying that for the longest, the whole thing about them trying to feminize men and trying to make it that masculinity is a bad thing and shit, man. It's little dick energy. They got little dick energy, man. You know, they're mad that their dicks never grew past the length of clitoris. You know, I get it. If my dick was that small, I'd probably be angry too. So, you know.
I'm trying to look up some stats from what you was talking about, like this Rockefeller.
That shit is true. I heard that before. Just so happened that I happened to stumble on it when I was trying to show you something else. This dude had wrote a thing about this British guy had wrote a thing about the vax versus the non-vax, because you know now they just came out with the new rules. Did you send me that with the new rules? Even though I saw it on a news clip where now if you got COVID, you don't have to lock yourself down.
Oh yeah, there's nothing now.
Yeah, now there's nothing. If your child comes in contact with COVID, he could stay in school. You know, there's nothing now. It's all the same shit. And the way they attacked the non-vax, man, the way they came at the non-vax people as if we were the most dangerous thing in this world was so bad.
Dude, that was crazy, man. For real, that shit was crazy.
That's the one good thing when you grow up not liked and you grow up feeling like the odd man out and you grow up with nothing. You don't miss nothing. You know, like I didn't feel any pressure from anybody through that whole shit at all. People trying to tell me you're this, you're that. I go fuck yourself. I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't care. You know, people never liked me. What do I care? I was always the loner. You know, so like, fuck y'all. I'll be alone. You want me, you know, fuck out of here.
It was good material for the show. That's for sure.
You know, yeah. I mean, all this stuff is good material. You know, I don't know how comedians aren't coming up with the greatest material. Well, you know what it is that a lot of them are afraid to say shit.
Yeah, that's true. They don't want to get
so, you know, you can't have it both ways.
Yep.
You know, the material is out there. You're just afraid to say it. And then what a lot of people do is they wait till a bunch of people start saying it and then they join in. You know, by that time, it's already been said, brother. Find your voice. Every man must find his voice, man.
It's a safe play, isn't it?
You know, but that's the way it goes. You know, people get scared. What do you want me to tell you, man?
What rabbit hole you want to dive down today, my friend?
What rabbit hole? I mean, there's so many things going on. It's hard to just pick one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like I've been looking into the whole thing about the raid, where now they're trying to go, what happened was not a raid. Have you seen that? All the news reporters now are saying that Donald Trump didn't get raided. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And the lady's like, it's not like anyone was woken up at 4 a.m. in their underwears coming to the door. No, they came at like 10 at night. He wasn't expecting them, nor did he say, come inside. They came up, they made him open the door, gave him the shit, and they went in there. That's called a raid. That's what it is. They took shit out. That's called a raid.
Yeah, I mean,
now all the news reporters, this was not a raid. This was not a raid. Give me a fucking break. You guys wouldn't know your ass from your elbows.
Now, the interesting thing is what so I actually think he might be in some hot water, bro. For real, for real. They're trying to charge him with the Espionage Act, right? And now this was the same thing. This was the same thing that the left got Chelsea Manning, Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, like all these whistleblowers. That's what they got charged with. And back when they got caught, the Republicans were the ones pushing the Espionage Act. Right?
The difference is he's the president. He could bring home whatever papers he wants. He could declassify anything. He's the president. He doesn't need to ask the permission.
Bro, you're missing my point. I'm talking about how they're using the Espionage Act. It doesn't matter if it's truthful or not. The point is that the Democrats were attacking the Republicans a few years back for these other whistleblowers, right? I'm not saying Trump is a whistleblower either. He kind of is, I guess, but
how?
Huh?
How? What has he released?
Nah, he actually kind of went with the bullshit, you know. He went with the man.
What are you talking about? Oh, you mean toward the end, he let Fauci take over and all that shit, you mean?
He just like status quo with like business and shit, bro. Like, yeah, it was better for like the middle class and shit, but he was still in cahoots with big business and stuff like that, just like every other fucking president, you know?
No,
it's
doubt,
not like he was a man of the people. He's not.
He was more. And it's a funny thing. Now you're making me sound like I'm pro-Trump. I'm not. I mean, I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not pro-Trump. I mean, I'm just looking back at the record, and supposedly he was a good president, man.
Yeah, but a good president in what way, bro? Like,
compared to all the other motherfuckers.
Well, so was in what way? Like the economy was good. Yeah, like I made a lot of money.
The economy was good. He did a lot for the blacks and Spanish. A lot of black and Spanish people were getting jobs and making money. I was flourishing. That's how I judge all presidents. How was I doing? There we go. There
now we have the metric.
Well, no, that's how I judge it.
That's how I judge the shit too, bro.
That's how I judge it. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny how like the liberals right now, what's going on now is they fucking shit so much up that when shit starts to come down, they take credit as something great. Like the other day, they said on Friday, they said this month had 0 inflation. We did that. And I'm thinking 0 inflation. Motherfucker, everything is like 8-point-something% higher than it used to be. So what are you talking about? Yeah, great. It came down from 9-something, which was the worst it's ever been. It came down from that to 8-something. Big fucking deal. They took 20 cents off of fucking gas and they're like, oh, the gas got cheaper. It's still fucking $4.09.
Right, bro.
So what the fuck are you talking about? It's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper than the $5 I was just spending 3 weeks ago, but it's still $4.09. When I bought my car, that shit cost me $30 to fill up. Now it costs me 60 and change. So what the fuck are you talking about, dog? You can't fuck something up and then make it a little better and claim you're doing something good.
Right. I agree, bro. I'm right there with you, sister. I'm right there with you, sister. Yep.
Yeah, you repeated that sister shit twice. I let it slide the first time, motherfucker. All right. Let's keep shit together. Don't think because you're in Florida, my reach can't reach you, bitch.
But man, I think they're gonna try to prosecute him on this shit, bro. Like they definitely
I
are.
Heard
like
this dude say today there's a 7 out of 10 chance they're gonna prosecute him. They're gonna indict him, and they said they're probably gonna indict him with charges dealing with the January 11th shit or whatever that shit was. January 6th. Yeah.
But what does that have to do with these documents?
Nothing. The documents, he did nothing wrong with the documents, dude. Nothing. He did absolutely nothing wrong with the documents. In fact, supposedly, he was already speaking to them and finding out what documents it was they wanted so he could return them. And then they ran up in his crib.
For real, I don't know whose information to read in on this. I can't trust any of it. I
can't
really
trust
can't.
anyone.
I really can't, man. I'm at an impasse, dude. We're at the nexus of the information universe, bro.
Yeah,
the corner of true and false, and none of them are, dude. It's
the
all
corner of true and false is nothingness. You sit right in the middle, and it's just like it's white all around. That's it. But there's 2 people you can trust: Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. We're always going to give it to you straight. We're going to tell you exactly what we don't know.
Dude, you know what's crazy, man, is like I'm watching these like Fox clips. They say the craziest shit on their channel, dog. That one clip you sent me, they were just posting clips from MSNBC and just calling. They were just shots fired. Let me see if I can pull it back up to dude.
All that shit is crazy, man. All of it is crazy. And you know what's funny is they asked the dude if Trump gets indicted, can he still run for president? And guess what?
Yes,
you can. You could be in jail and still run for president.
I guess if you're an American, right?
The only thing you got to be is an American. It's the only thing you got to be to run for president, man. You could be in jail and run for president.
Here we go.
This is when they're saying it wasn't a raid. This is what I was talking about. Check this out, dude. This is great. The volume, please.
I can't.
There you go.
I can't make it any louder.
I don't even hear it at all.
Yeah, I hear it playing, but it's like really faint. I don't know. I've had this problem with like YouTube Shorts before.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah, whatever.
Google it.
You can Google it.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny how too, they'll just change, I find that to be the craziest thing, how like the media will just change direction on something and nobody says nothing.
I mean, we do.
I mean, but your average person sits there and swallows that shit up. Like, the perfect example.
There's so much information out there, dude.
But I mean, the perfect
every
example
day,
is just what's going on.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
But I mean, when you look at COVID, it's like, just look at COVID. Look at COVID. Look at how they kept saying you got to follow the science. And then every day they went in a different direction with it, never giving no proof of science whatsoever. And then like now they're like, the mask has gone away. And don't get me wrong, people, I'm glad the mask, anyone who knows me knows I'm glad the mask, you don't got to wear them anymore. But what's the science? Why'd they go away? What changed in the coronavirus that now when you go to school and you come in contact with someone, you're okay? You know what I'm saying? What's changed? There's nothing of science saying that this is scientifically changed. They're not even coming here. They're not even coming with the coronavirus, the strand is that actually, in fact, they're saying there's a new strand coming out that, they're trying, of course, there's going to be new strands. Listen, you really can't believe nothing with the elections coming.
I know, bro.
With the elections coming, you really can't believe nothing. And shit's going to get wild because the truth is like the left really got nothing to run on. They got nothing to run on. They just passed that new bill that's going to raise taxes on everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you know who's paying the blunt of all those new IRS workers? Us. We're paying the blunt of it. People making under 200,000 is paying 91% of the money going to these people.
Jeez.
And supposedly they're all going to be armed. Why do we need armed IRS?
Yeah, that's what you said, bro. That's odd.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That whole shit is crazy. But you know what? See if you could find out. Act as if you were trying to get that job, dude.
What job?
See if you could find out if you were trying to become. Yeah, because I heard somewhere that they said on it that one of the criteria is you got to be willing to shoot and kill like another American or something like that. And that's in the thing of saying, the qualifications of what do you need to be able to do. See if you can pick that shit up, man. They said it's on the thing. That's insane. They're saying you got to be willing to shoot and kill other Americans or some shit like that. I should go for that job. I'm willing. I'll shoot a motherfucker in the face. How much do they pay? Like FBI, Department of Justice. I'm not trying to fuck with y'all, man. You guys are doing a great job. And I'm sure you have our best interests at heart. I'm pretty sure everything you do, DOJ and all you other ones, I'm sure everything you do is for our best interest. So don't come looking at me. I'm not going against y'all, man. I be watching like all these things of people going up against the government, and I'm like, they're gonna kill us all. They're gonna kill us all, man. Who's gonna protect me? Brian, who's gonna protect us, Brian?
Hopefully Mama Cat.
I gotta bring Mama Cat in, man. Gotta bring her to the vet.
So I wonder what is the position I'm looking for though, dude? They have so many of them.
Shit. Auditors. Auditors, I guess, right? That's what they're bringing in.
Law enforcement and investigation.
I don't know. What are their auditors? Ain't they gonna come in and start looking to make sure?
Yeah, but there's so many different job
everybody
categories.
was, that was getting that unemployment was supposed to, that you weren't making any extra fucking money on the side. When they were giving you that extra fucking 500. Fun for a while. But I knew all that shit. It was like, man, we're gonna pay for this. And the truth is, I heard the other day that, the truth of the matter is that, they're trying to sell this shit eventually where, nobody really works. You just kind of get a stipend and shit, just enough to survive. Everybody gets just enough to survive and rent, But what kind of a world is that, man? I think as human beings, we need some sort of problems in our life, things to overcome, things to challenge us. I feel like the whole idea of a utopia where everything is just given to us and is ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous idea. And I don't think it's no good for anybody in a sense.
So they changed it.
What they changed?
So there was a Yahoo article that says IRS deletes job posting seeking applicants to use deadly force.
Yeah, they changed it.
So this is the guy on Twitter took a screenshot of it. Must carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary.
Be willing to say in arrests, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. Work a minimum of 50 hours per week, which may include irregular hours, and be on call 24/7, including holidays and weekend.
Here's what they have now.
Maintain a level of fitness necessary to effectively respond to life-threatening situations on the job. What life-threatening situations do auditors have? Like, how many IRS people? I never seen the IRS as being a high-risk job.
Well, I mean, people could want to kill you for sure. I could see that. Like cops always get retribution shit.
Who the fuck knows who's these auditors, man? What are you talking about? They call you in, you come into them. They don't even, it's not like they come into your house. It's not like they're knocking and coming into your door. You're going into their office.
Not yet, dog.
Nah, I'm saying at this particular time. Yeah, well, obviously that's going to change. Apparently the IRS is going to become a much more dangerous job. That's what that tells me. It's going to become a much more dangerous job. And do you really want these fucking nerds running around? Because think about it. IRS dudes who put numbers together and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Or traditionally speaking.
Yeah, so for the most part, you're talking nerds.
Yeah, but if they're jacking much up with the HGH and shit.
They're probably doing all kinds of shit to them, right?
Yeah, they do that with a lot of cops, bro. A lot of cops.
Brainwashing them.
They give them steroids, bro. They don't drug test for that shit. Police department. You ever see a bunch of just huge cops that are clearly, juicing?
Jacked up.
Yeah, dude.
You never had that cop come up to you, pull you over for a speed to be like, I pulled you over, man. Just bugging out on you and shit. Like, dude, relax. I pulled right over, man. Relax. He's all jacked up. Fucking veins popping in his neck.
Yeah, like almost no neck, but just two big veins on either side, Beefy boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know anymore. Like, I took a break yesterday. I just said, fuck it. I had to turn off everything, man.
Oh, really? Yeah, you got to do that sometimes, man. Otherwise you'll get stuck. You'll get stuck in the zone, and it's hard to get out, and it depresses you. Also, it depresses me.
I mean, for me, it's just like I sit there and go, all right, all this shit. At the end of the day, what are you going to do? What am I going to do at the end of the day? What are we going to do? I'm not grabbing my musket,
what
dude.
What can you do, bro?
I'm not grabbing my musket.
Yeah.
You know.
What can you do?
And now, they're like on the news. They're talking about civil war too. That like supposedly, since they raided Trump's place, people are talking civil war, civil war. So who's gonna leave their Netflix account long enough to wage a civil war?
Yep.
I will say this though, right?
Mhm.
If there was a civil war, you figure you break it down, it's gonna be what? The left against the right, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the left's gonna get fucked up. Sorry to tell you guys. Sorry to tell you guys, but you guys are gonna get fucked up if you look at it, because the left are all those open-toed sandal, quiche and motherfuckers, you know, the majority, and then the right is like all these gun-owning, fucking pumped up motherfuckers, dude. You know, because you got to think hard left, hard right. Most people are in the middle. Most people are, you know, left middle, right middle. You know what I'm saying? Your average person, that's not the ones. That's what people got to realize too. The people that are like the mouths for all these people, they don't speak for these people. Activists don't really speak for the people. They use the people to push their agenda. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. Like if you look at Black Lives Matter, that's not a black movement. That wasn't like a black people weren't behind that. Like, yeah, that was a liberal movement. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at the trans movement. Speak to a real trans person, see if they agree with all this bullshit and going into schools and teaching little kids this and that. They don't. The average one don't. It's the activists. It's the people that are using the people to push their agendas. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody that's ever pushed any movement ever really spoke for me. I might agree with some of the things they're talking about, but they're not speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about people making under this amount of money and this and that, I've never been touched in any way like that's affected me. I was out there hustling every day of my life. So what are you talking about?
Yep. I mean, you know,
but if the far left wants to go up against the far right, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. Half of you know, they're gonna fucking lose. Half of their men are gonna be biological women. And they're going to get fucked up by the biological men on the right. It's not going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, it's not going to be good. It's going to be the people that wants their guns taken away going up against the people that own all those guns. You're not going to last very long, people. I don't think you want a civil war. When you think about it, I don't think you want a civil war. I really don't. There'll be a couple of y'all that could hang. But come on, man. When you look at the majority of the far left against the majority of the far right, the far left's going to lose that fight when it becomes physical. You know? And it's the same thing even with the truth of the matter is, it's the same thing even with the feminist movement. Calm down, right? Because eventually dudes are going to realize they're just naturally bigger. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want it. Like, that's a fight that can't get physical. All right, ladies, when it comes down to it, you could talk all this shit, but that's not something you want to have a civil war over, because you'll lose. You'll lose and you'll have it worse off than you did in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So tread lightly. Remember that you always need someone backing you that's part of that other crew that you deem to be so evil. You know what I'm saying? All that toxic masculinity that you're talking about. If there's a civil war, you're going to hope you got some toxic masculine motherfuckers on your end. Otherwise, they're going to lose to all the toxic masculinity on the right, which I choose to just call masculinity. It's going to be toxic to you because you're going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get fucked up.
The word toxic, you know, it's just like has such a negative connotation to it, you know? It's
I know you're allowed to say toxic, it's like the masculinity. Fuck you.
It's like the worst adjective, you know? But it's like, I mean, I don't like, you know, the whole chest beating kind of thing. That's not my style, you know, but I would say I'm masculine-ish.
For some reason, I feel like for you to say that, you should have a lot more belief behind it. You said it like a question. I'm masculine. Nah, motherfucker, I'm masked. Listen, I don't even have to say it. You tell me I'm an alpha dog. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah, no,
alpha. Ain't no beta over here, dog. I pay my own bills. Ain't no beta over here, man. I'm 5'4", and I'm gonna make you earn it. Fuck it. I'm afraid of everybody, and I'm afraid of nobody at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You recognize where you see. I recognize where I stand physically, but up here and right here, everyone's on the same playing field, dog. You know?
Oh no, physically, dude, I don't
the
give a
wrong guy,
damn.
dog.
Even physically, I think I could lift the building if I had to.
Yeah,
I'm freakishly strong.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show how big your ego is, dog. But it's true. Baby. You really do believe that, and I believe that you believe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, I've gotten this far. You know, I'm not no Superman. I know, listen, I'll run if I gotta run. To me, I have no problem with running. If you're trying to hurt me and I run and I get away, I win.
Correct.
Because you wanted to hurt me. I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't get hurt. I win.
Yep.
But if you put me in a corner, it's not a good place for you to be.
Yep.
At that point, it's not a good place for you to be. Because at that point, once I'm in the corner, I don't curl into a ball. I don't curl into the fetal position. Unless there's a bed that I can get under the covers and throw it over my head and hope you go away.
Mm-hmm.
Always worked when I was little. But
it's a good escape route. I used to like reading comics, man.
I think that only works. I think that only works with ghosts and demons.
The blanket thing.
Yeah, I don't think that works for real people.
I
think it only works for ghosts.
It could help you. If you're in your head. That's what it's good for. It's good for a little head escape.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
That's why I like reading comics. When I was a kid, like Calvin and Hobbes and shit. I had a bunch of those comic books. I liked those when I was little. Are you a fan?
Comics, man.
Were you a fan of Calvin and Hobbes?
Of what?
Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh yeah, actually, I was a fan of Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, man. It was like kind of a little more adult, but not adult Snoopy. Like it was kind of. There were like some lessons in there. Like I don't even know what.
That I don't remember. I just remember I watched it. I mean, I read it.
Yeah.
I used to read the Calvin and Hobbes. I don't remember them being any kind of like deepness to them, but if you say so.
Yeah, yeah. Humor, life, politics, philosophy, satire. There was a lot of satire in it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I never really saw that.
Oh, well, it's because.
But I was burnt out. Like I said, I didn't care, man. And to an extent, I still don't. So it's so weird that I talk about all this shit. I hate that I'm into politics. I hate that I'm looking forward to the debates. I hate it. I'm literally looking forward to the debates. I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, yo, I can't wait till these motherfuckers start debating. I can't wait for this election this year. I feel horrible about that. Like I'm looking forward to that like a big game. Yeah. Like if it was like the Super Bowl or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We should start a countdown ticker to the fucking elections, dude, because I'm literally looking forward to it. I want to see these motherfuckers go at it. They're trying to get Trump out before it even starts. But I think DeSantis is still fucking give these motherfuckers a good run for their money.
Yeah, so we have the midterms first that we'll have before all that. So but there's a couple of states that have some big elections going on that are interesting.
I can't wait for like the big ones, man.
The presidential election, right?
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. And it sucks. I'm mad at myself. That I know one night I'm going to go, I can't do that tonight, son. The debates are on. I'm going to be like, fuck. But I can't wait. And I hope Trump is in it. Because let's keep it real, people. If Trump is in it, these will be the highest, mark my words, the highest watched presidential election ever. Ever, dude. The debates are going to be the highest watched debates ever. ever. I know, because I can't wait to see him. And if I can't wait to see him, I know mad people are going to be watching that shit, because I really don't care. But I feel like it's going to be so interesting. Not even interesting, funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably come out with a new hour out of that shit.
Just of the debates.
Just in the debates, man.
Man, I wonder who. Do you think Trump is going to get the Republican nomination?
Hell yeah.
Really? Okay.
Hell yeah. If they don't destroy him before that, yeah, man. Hell yeah. He's the front runner, and I don't think anyone is gonna want to go up against him.
Do you think any of the stuff that
because he's gonna go at them the way he goes at them, and they're not built for that type of battle, man. These motherfuckers ain't built for that street shit. Trump's gonna come at him with that street shit. He comes at them snapping. First of all, you better get your snapping game up. You better go visit a hood, hang out with a bunch of dudes that snap with each other. Because unless you were built like that, you ain't gonna last. He's gonna come up with a nickname for you, and it's gonna be all over. He's gonna come up with a nickname for you, and it's gonna be all over. You know,
he's so New York.
Like, bro. Everyone loves DeSantis right now. If Trump doesn't run, you know, everyone will probably back DeSantis. But let DeSantis go against Trump and become, you know, Dickie DeSantis.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna call him Little Dicky. You know, Trump will be like, oh, Little Dicky DeSantis. And then, you know, everyone's calling him Little Dicky. You know, it's like he's gonna ruin them. He ruins people, dude. He's entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Straight up entertainer.
You know, nobody was into politics as much as they are now. Like, everyone, he got everyone.
Good for
into that shit. And a lot of people don't even know what they were talking about anyway. They don't even know. That goes to show you too. Like, they were showing them in front of Trump's thing, protesting in front of one of his fucking buildings.
Oh, okay.
And it was on his birthday. And they went up to a couple and they said, you know, Trump's birthday, what do you got to say? And they said, rotten hell, and this and that. And he was like, wow. And they were like, he deserves to go to jail. And they said, for what? He goes, he's a criminal. And they said, for what? And they couldn't answer.
Yeah. The guys,
no one can.
Yeah.
You know, because they can't even sit there and talk about the collusion with the Russians, because that's been proven to be a straight up lie. That was proven to be a straight up conspiracy against them by the media, by the FBI, and by the left. It was proven. So it's like, you can't even bring that shit up. So in other words, like, most of these people that hate him, they can't back it up with any factual shit, just from what the media portrayed to them. And they don't even remember what it was that was told to them. They just know it was all negative. You know what I'm saying? They just know it was all negative. So when they say they go, but then why? No one could like.
No one could. What is it? What is woman in interviews? You remember that?
What happened?
The what is a woman interviews, when they were asking people and they were just like couldn't answer.
Yeah,
like the same thing as that.
They just couldn't answer. You know, they don't have nothing to back it with.
Yeah,
nothing factual. You know, so it's just a mob of idiots. That's what it is, just a mob of idiots screaming and yelling. Lock him up. You ask any of them why. He's a criminal. What did he do? He's a criminal. I don't like your line of questioning. He's a criminal. Go fuck yourself. And all right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know,
I'm gonna try to find indictment Trump. Like, what,
and nobody ever wants to admit
that
they were wrong either. Like, that's the thing. You could have a person sitting there and realize he has no idea why he's even staying. He has no idea why he's there. You know what I'm saying? And he still won't realize, oh, you know, I don't know why I'm here. I think I should go home. You know, there's nothing wrong, people, with realizing you're wrong. You know, in fact, it's one of the most freeing things in the world to realize you was wrong. And, you know, you gain knowledge out of it. You become humble. You know, you realize you don't know everything, and you fucking move on, man. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, that's the problem. Everybody always wants to be right. I don't care if I'm right all the time. You know, I don't care if I'm right. Just leave me alone. I'll argue sometimes, you know, and I'll debate. But at the end of the day, I don't care. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Who cares? Life goes on. You know?
I wonder if he's going to get indicted, bro. I really do, man. I think you think it might happen? I think it might happen.
Time will tell. I mean, he could still run for president.
That's true.
He runs for president, he wins, he gives himself a pardon. That's how that works. You know, I can't believe they did that shit, man, especially knowing full well that, like, you look at Hillary Clinton, who wasn't allowed to have that stuff. She was not the president. She wasn't allowed to have that stuff on her computer.
Right.
She got rid of it, smashed the computer. FBI never ran into her house, ever. You know, never ran to Hunter's house to see if he's fucking up with shit because the motherfucker's a crackhead and has privy to like sensitive information and shit. They don't run into.
Not to mention, like, you know, worked in the Ukraine.
You know, I mean, it's all just whatever, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's all. And then you sent me the actual warrant. That shit's funny too. The warrant's funny too, man.
It's hysterical.
But for them to say, yeah, but for them to say that he didn't get raided, come on, people, that's a raid. They didn't come knocking on the door with two people saying, "Can we come inside with a search warrant?" They came with a whole mob with guns and the whole shit. That's a raid, people. Come on, cut it out. You know, that's what gets me mad is how they try to like do shit. They do it. It's in your face. You're watching them do it, and they're saying, "Nah, this ain't what we did. That's not what we did." It's like smacking someone in the face, and he goes, "Why'd you smack me in the face?" And you go, "I didn't smack you in the face." He goes, "You smacked me in the face." No, I didn't. That wasn't a smack in the face, dude. Right? Come on, man.
I'm trying to find another clip where they have that.
I mean, it's all just whatever, man. But I mean, I think the bigger thing is, and what's, you want to know what I find crazy is you got people that are like, yeah, they ran into his house. Yeah. You don't see anything wrong with the sitting president sending the FBI into the former president's house, who also happens to be the front runner that is going to run against him. And that person has the lowest rating ever. And no one sees a problem with that. They don't think there's something about it. And what they go in for paperwork, they went in there for paperwork that he very much was allowed to have.
Well, whether he may have not been allowed to have it,
he
or
was
not.
allowed to have it. He was the president. Look up the fucking rules, man. I don't got to find all the fucking shit for everybody, man. He's allowed to. The president can declassify any fucking thing he wants at any given time, which means he can take.
No.
Fucking Obama got mad shit.
This is
Obama got mad shit.
This is where you have to stop. We don't know what is in any of those documents.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, bro. Yes,
like what?
Yes, it does. Yes,
like
it does
what?
matter.
Because they're talking about, oh, there was nuclear passwords and shit that he had. Really? I'm told to change the password of my fucking email every 2 months. I get a fucking thing, time to change your password. Right, you don't think they changed those passwords? I went to a B&B, had to check out at 11. I walked out to smoke a cigarette at 10:45 and couldn't get back into the B&B. It locked me out because they changed the code. You don't think you think they keep the code the same when he leaves? You think all those nuclear codes are the same when he leaves? You don't think they changed them for the new president? You don't think every president gets codes of his own? Come on, man. What could he have possibly had? We don't know what was on those papers.
Dude, we don't really know what the rules are either for any of that.
It doesn't matter unless he had a fucking bunch of children being drained for adrenochrome in the basement or a militia in the backyard. There's no reason to run into another fucking former president's house, man. And they didn't even run into Hillary's. How do you not run into Hillary's, who wasn't a president, but you're going to run into the ex-president's fucking house?
I agree with you. They could have politely just went over, set up a meeting, grabbed
Supposedly they were. Supposedly he claims that they were working out. He said to them, "What paperwork do you want?" Obama still has mad paperwork. In his presidential library. Supposedly, not only did they know that he had the paperwork, but they told him just put another lock on the door. Make sure that the door that you keep it in is a little more secure. So they knew that he had that shit. He didn't sneak it out. It wasn't like he snuck it out. Obama, every president takes paperwork with them when they leave.
I'm sure they do. But I'm saying, bro, I can't trust either one
of these
motherfuckers, dog. I don't trust either one of them. I don't trust
all
what
you
Trust
gotta
is
do
saying.
though
I
is
don't
just
trust what
look.
they're saying.
But dude, all you gotta just do is look at the way it's playing out.
Oh,
Forget about all the semantics of it. You know, just look at it on the line of what it is. The now sitting president who has the lowest ratings ever, right? He's about to go into the midterms that even I'm looking forward to. Even
right.
I'm looking forward to that shit. That's how much everyone's watching this shit, right? He's about to go up against this dude who all signs show he will clearly fucking wipe the floor with him, especially if Biden's the one that's running again, which signs are pointing to him running again. If he remembers, the truth is they don't got to worry about that. All they got to do is just not wake him up and send someone else. And when he wakes up, they'll be like, yeah, you slept through it. You're not the president anymore. You know what I'm saying? Just don't wake him up. Somebody take away his alarm that day and he won't run. It's very easy to keep him out of it.
Dude, I wonder.
Just give him the wrong dates. You know, and they'll be like, oh, he filed too late, so he can't run. And they'll have like 30 other people already signed up for that shit. It's just ridiculous. All you got to do is just look at it on the face of it. That's all I'm saying. You know, he sent the FBI into the former president's home, who is also the leading front runner going up to go against him. If you're going to sit there and say that's not a fucking conspiracy.
I think it is all. I think it is all a conspiracy.
Then you're bugging.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's just crazy how crazy it is, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not even.
Imagine if they put Cuomo on, bro. The Democrats pull Cuomo up from the ashes.
Who, Nipples?
Yeah,
dude. The minute Trump starts calling him Nipples, it's all over.
Wait, hold on. Nipples. Is that Cuomo?
Cuomo, ain't he the one who had the pierced nipples?
I don't think
Governor
so.
Cuomo. Yeah, who's the one that was touching chicks and he said I'm Italian?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, nipples.
Oh, he has nipple rings?
Yeah, he's got nipples pierced, man. I'm pretty sure you can find a picture. Yeah, find it. I'm pretty sure he posted some pictures with his nipple rings. Nobody gets nipple rings and not fucking post them. You know what I'm saying? Probably got a dick piercing too. But yeah, I mean, the minute fucking this dude starts calling him Governor Nipples, it's all over. Who the fuck's gonna take him serious? That's what I'm saying. Trump be destroying people because he gives them nicknames and shits. He gives them nicknames and he fucks them all up. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like Crazy Kamala and fucking, Sleepy Joe. Yo, it's gonna be. He's just gonna ruin them. He's gonna ruin them. They should start a cartoon off of all the nicknames that they gave these people and turn like have Sleepy Joe and Crazy Camilla and Crooked Hillary. Yeah, look at this fucking piercings coming through. Oh, and he's got the bending bars, man. He's got the bars.
Dude, what is going on with the world?
I mean, just look at a lot of these teachers, dude. The teachers look like the students.
Well, here's the thing, bro. The world's always been crazy. It's never really been normal, ever.
No, it's always been crazy. And of course, it's always going to get crazier, right?
Because of more people.
It's going to get crazier. Well, not just more people, dude. It's also just a thing of acceptance. That's what it is. Enough people keep doing it. And then you sit there and you go, all right, we just accept it. And if you give a motherfucking inch, they want a yard.
I can't do it, dog.
I mean, I said it a long time ago. And you want to know what's funny, dude, is that I started, how I've been kicking that that the next people are going to be the animal lovers. So I've been saying that you got to watch to see how they're trying to get you okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
All I've been seeing now, like I've just been noticing it more. Like you take BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
How many times does good show? How many times does that horse fuck a regular woman?
Yeah, you're right, bro.
I saw an episode of Family Guy where she gets the cat, and there's a moment where her and the cat start getting, she the cat seduces her, cuts her neck, talks to the hand. She's like, I love it. you know. And then at the end of that episode, she tells Brian, I'm going upstairs. I got the peanut butter. And Brian says, I'll be right back. He's going to go up there and eat peanut butter off her asshole or a pussy or whatever. Then I saw this other thing. There's an episode of Family Guy where the dude rides up to a moose and he says, for $50, I'll do moose things. And he goes, what's moose things? He goes, that depends. I can have sex with you, or I can go over there and drink out that lake and everything in between. And the guy goes, get in. You know what I'm saying? It's like they start with the cartoons, but if you look at it, everywhere I look, there's all this like species.
Yes, and we can also look back to the propaganda that was in the cartoons of the 40s and 50s and 60s, right? Haven't cartoons always been a place for propaganda? Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse.
Dude,
right?
I just who sent me the thing about Walt Disney? Was that you?
No, I didn't send that to you. You actually sent it to me, but I'll pull it up.
That Walt Disney shit is crazy, dude. Even though, like, I always knew it. I was gonna send it to my daughter, but I said, nah, I'm gonna leave her alone, man. My daughter likes to live in a little bubble. Let her live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't wanna.
Okay.
Fuck out of here. People kill me. Yeah, look at this shit,
As
man.
bigoted a person as I've ever encountered, especially in a position of power. He made no bones about not liking this or that type of people. He especially hated, he didn't like Jews, especially New York ones. Somebody hired, of course, the front office or, whoever was hired this very dark. I mean, he was blue, black Hindu, very dark. And, walking along the hallway up to his room and must have made a take like you can't believe it. And when he saw this guy, God, he did a take. Went up to his office and he said, what's that Negro doing around here? Oh, no, well, he's not a Negro. He's a Hindu. I said, well, he's pretty dark. Get rid of him.
Okay, big boy. Hey, you be my man Friday. Savvy? You Friday, me Mickey.
Savvy? You Friday, me Mickey.
No, you Friday, me Mickey.
Yeah, this is
Look
crazy.
at this shit,
What's all the ruckus? Come on, step aside, brother. What's cooking around here? What's the good news? What's frying, boy? Just look down here, brother.
And prepare yourself for a shot.
We work all day, we work all night, we never learn to read or write. We're happy-hearted, roundabout. When other folks have gone to bed, we say until we're almost dead. We're happy-hearted, roundabout. Don't complain, we get our pay, and when we do, we throw our pay away. When we get our pay, we throw our money all away.
This right here is the worst, dude. Yeah, fuck Mickey, that racist bastard. Look at this shit, dog.
He was as bigoted a person as I've ever encountered, especially.
Come on, man. Fuck Mickey.
I've never been that big a fan of the House of Mouse.
I was never a fan of Mickey, man. I mean, Bugs was a little racist too, but Bugs was funny.
But Bugs was like the kind of racist
Goes to show you, if you're funny, you can get away with it. Mickey just wasn't funny. He was
Right.
just straight up racist.
Right. Yeah.
He was just straight up racist, dog. I've always said that, man.
Bugs was kind of like New York racist, like how everyone's just a little segregated New York kind of racist,
He was racist. I've seen some racist fucking Bugs. I mean, but you also got to remember back then there was a lot of fucking racism and all kinds of shit and everything. I mean, just think about it. Look at All in the Family. You can never have a show like that now. The Jeffersons. Well, the Jeffersons you might be able to get away with because they basically diss white people, and that's still popular now. You're still allowed to diss white people, especially white men. You're allowed to diss. I don't feel bad for them. Sorry, dudes. Sorry, I don't feel your pain, man. Sorry, I don't, What's this one? Bugs? Oh, this is the one I was going to talk about, actually. I remember this one clear as day.
Well, it's one of our boys.
The sun shines bright in my old Kentucky home.
Hey there, boy. How about giving out with something peppy on that there skin box, huh?
Yo. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony.
Yankee Doodle?
Stuck a carrot in his hat and called it the carrot.
You traitor.
Don't beat me, massa. Please don't beat me, massa. Don't beat that tired old body. No, don't.
What's this I hear about you whipping slaves?
Shit.
But, never mind the buts. Here's my card. Look me up at my Gettysburg address.
Well, I mean, did he kind of save the day or no?
Dude. Different times.
Yo.
That's when I came up. That was nothing. That played every Saturday morning. I must have seen that episode a million times. Horrible. Fucking horrible.
Oh, dude. The Ductators. Oh my God, bro. There's a Nazi one. Do you want to watch it? It's in black and white.
Oh, you know it's gonna be racist. Go ahead, put it on.
It's 7 minutes long. I said we just go for it, bro.
Go for it, man. We got 7 minutes. We'll finish with this. No, we can't watch this whole thing, dude. They're gonna pull us down for the copyrights, man.
Yeah, but on fucking YouTube, bro, not on Spotify, dog.
Go ahead, show it, man. Yeah, get through all this shit. There you go.
In a happy barnyard some years ago, a seemingly unimportant event occurred which was destined to vitally affect the future of that little world.
I'd say the artwork was so much better.
Oh my God, it's amazing, dude.
Mr. and Mrs. Duck were expecting.
Mama, was ist los?
It's a black egg, bro.
I was about to say 2 white ducks had a black egg. I think that last one. Oh, shit.
And so time passed.
They gave birth to a little Nazi duck.
Dog, I did not see that coming.
Right off the bat.
What the fuck?
They went hard right off the bat, dog. Fucking, first of all, they had 2 white ducks having a black egg, which I don't know what's up with that. I ain't never seen a black egg.
Dude.
And then they gave birth to a little Nazi duck that screamed out Z Kyle right from the jump. All right, we got a Z Kyle 1 minute in. Holy shit, look at that. Little Hitler duck.
And so time passed. Hey, bud, not so fast.
Oh, all right. But time does fly, don't it, Johnny?
He's got the Grim Reaper staff too, bro.
The bad egg grew to duckhood, and with artistic aspirations dreamed of brush and palette, but ended up with only the brush.
They don't know art.
His artistic efforts spurned, he soon turned to other endeavors.
His artistic. Yo.
They're talking about Hitler trying to be an artist, right? Is that what that was?
This is crazy, dude. This is fucking crazy. I think we might have found one of the craziest fucking Looney Tunes fucking.
Dude, this is nuts.
Brush and palette, but ended up with only the brush.
They don't know art.
He said he had no taste, right?
His artistic efforts spurned, he soon turned to other endeavors.
Und vergiss nicht, you dops, ich bin der aufgeblasene Fresh in Deutschland, in aller Europa, ja in der ganzen Welt. My mother done told me. Say Heil!
And there were some gullible ones who listened.
Muss in Limburger haben. Wir sollen ihn haben.
Especially one goose, more gullible than gooses. Geese usually go.
That's all right. That's the old stuff, kiddo. He's a
Mussolini.
smart fellow with brains, huh? Like me.
Yo. Who's that supposed to be, Mussolini?
Yeah, that was Mussolini.
Yeah, cartoons were crazy, man. They were crazy. Let's go ahead. Let's get it through, man. Fuck it. We doing it. Go ahead, man. Let's do it. We checking it out. Let's check it out.
Sieg Heil!
Sieg Heil!
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Sieg Heil, boy. I'm from South Germany.
Oh, shit.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Sieg Heil!
Sieg Heil!
I'm a sick heiler, too.
E comincia contando. 6, 8, 9, 10. Tutti frutti and all kinds of whips of cream and a wall of nuts.
That's supposed to be a duck.
It's a goose.
Like, why would you even make this for kids?
Dude, to indoctrinate them, dog, to get them on the side of the war effort, bro. What do you mean?
It's just weird. I mean, I wouldn't even like, I don't even think I would. I don't know, man. It's a weird fucking, it's just weird. Fucking weird. Yeah, it's crazy out there. They've been doing that forever, I guess, right? Indoctrinating little fucking kids forever.
Oh, what has come to so erase all thoughts of peace from off this place? Have they forgot 'tis love that's right, and naught is gained by show of might?
Who's that supposed to be?
I have no idea.
Definitely a weak-looking bird, that's for sure, right?
That was supposed to be like the Treaty of
Then
Versailles.
from out of the west came another partner to make a silly axis of himself.
Oh my God, yo.
I a Japanese a sapper man.
Oh my God, yo.
Just a Japanese a sapper man.
Oh
I'm
my
a little
God.
crazy too.
Why are we always trying to find new ways to get canceled, man? Why are we always looking for? Is that what we're doing? We're just trying to find how far we could go before they finally fucking kick us out of the world. I mean, I didn't see that coming. That might be the most racist part we've seen so far. I'm a Japanese. He even said I'm a Japanese, dude. And they said something about them being asses or something.
Yeah, we'll just run it back. Let's just run it back.
Then from out of the west came another partner to make a silly axis of himself.
To make a silly axis of himself.
I a Japanese a sapper man. Sneaking on with a do. Just a Japanese a sapper man. I'm a little crazy too.
Wow.
Oh, very, very sorry, Frieza. Oh, to apologizing like a Dickens. Oh, just a minute, Frieza. Oh, I am not a Japanese son of gun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I'm Mock Turtle Soup.
Oh, shit.
With spreading
Oh, dude,
That was enough. You quit.
bro. That part, that was a lot, dude.
I said that was the most racist part of the whole fucking thing right there. Easily.
But then the I
Easily.
am Chinese part, that
Made in Japan.
oh,
Yeah. Sure, bring it back. Why not? Just bring it back. Why not?
Yeah, and I'm Mock Turtle Soup.
Thanks,
With spreading
Get outta
clouds of war, once more the Axis marched toward dreams of further conquest.
1, 2, button of my shoe.
3, 4,
Shut honorable door.
5, 6,
See him over the sticks.
7, 8,
Array them straight.
9, 10.
Begin again.
Oh shit.
Mercy me, regretful sight. O branch of peace, forestall this fight. Kind sirs, change your warlike. Stop!
Yo. That is such, look at that fucking character, man. Oh my God. Go ahead, keep going, man.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes.
So I'm guessing the white one's supposed to be the USA, I guess. Yeah, that garbage can seemed a little.
what?
That garbage can seemed a little modern. That looked like the garbage can I got in my bathroom.
This one?
No, go back to where they started going into the garbage cans. They started not go forward right there. There you go. That garbage can right there. It's got the little foot thing.
I mean, they had them back then.
Yeah, they had them kind of garbage cans back then.
I
Busy
guess so.
little bee, aren't I?
Do you see it?
Buy United States victory bonds. So that's what this whole thing was. We just figured out this was a commercial for bonds.
And see, people, this is why stuff has to transcend race, you know, because this is the real problem, you know, not all this other bullshit.
I love that you just tried to Jerry Springer that shit.
How, bro?
You know how like Jerry Springer would show all this crazy, stupid shit. And then at the end, he tried to have like this deep message, like his show actually has some validity of reason. That's what you try to do just now. You try to bring some like sort of reason to our show. Like, see, guys, that's why you know, you gotta go beyond this and transcend and this and that, man. Nah, man, we just show a bunch of nonsense. There's no rhyme or reason. You are not going to get any smarter listening to Rated G. We're not going to come at the end of the show after everybody's been smacking each other in the face because they were sleeping with each other's brothers and sisters and then try to say there's some sort of value that you got out of this educationally.
Why can't we, bro? Of course we can. Rated G is for the children, and we should try to give the children some education, bro.
So what we're really trying to tell the kids is the cartoons were so much better back in the day than this garbage you're watching now. All right? Because back in our days,
they made us racist and compliant to them.
you know who I find the least racist people in the world? Those who smoke bud. And if you're looking for some bud and you're in Astoria, go check out Apollo Buds in Astoria, Queens, New York, for the best bud in Astoria, Queens, man, and all other products, gummies and chocolates and all kinds of things. If you're looking for that and that's the flavor you like, go check out Apollo Buds, man. And also, if you're looking to spice things up in the bedroom with you and someone you love or don't even love that much, you don't even have to like them. You know, if you regret it the next day, you could blame it on the game. What game? XXX Playground, man. Only the best adult communication tool game ever made. Roll the dice and get fist deep into whatever fucking orifice you're close to. Go to XXXplayground.com and get yourself a game board of XXX Playground today.
And unfortunately, that orifice may have been your nose this time. And it was right there and it kind of just slipped up. So maybe you got a little bit of pain in your face and you need something to kind of calm it down. Go over to What's Good CBD and get some high quality CBD full spectrum products that can really alleviate any sort of pain that you're having. We have gummies, vape cartridges, muscle balm, gummies, and all the like.
And if you want to support Rated G, man, hit the like button, subscribe. You can get product over at onlyinsoul.com. Pick up a shirt of Rated G or a hoodie or a mug. One of my favorite quotes on the back is my ignorance that makes me adorable. Mm-hmm. Guys, this has been another episode of Rated G. I want to thank you guys for watching. I can go on all night, but unfortunately, I do have a show that started 2 minutes ago. So I got to be out. Follow my man Brian at Brian the Video Guy on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Gary G Garcia. You can catch me every Monday night, midnight, at the Not Quite Tuesday show in New York City at the Grizzly Pair at midnight. And Tuesday through Sunday, you can catch me in Atlantic City at AC Jokes in the Tropicana. And follow me if you want to see my other dates. Got a bunch of shit coming up.
Okie dokie. Peace.
Peace.